Hare Krishna devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All Guru Gunman Sirupal. So thank you, Sreya Madhuri, for planning to take the session today. Yeah, whenever you're ready, please start, Madhuri. I started the recording, so you have opportunity to review it later if needed. Yeah, please go ahead, Madhuri, when you're ready. I don't know if anybody can hear me. Sreya Madhuri, are you here?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready or you need some
Yes,
time?
Prabhuji. I'm ready,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
sure. Yeah, go ahead, Madhuri, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I just put together like a presentation for me to easily share the points. So let me share my screen. Prabhuji. Yeah. So, good morning, dear Vaishnavas, devotees. So today my topic is Vaishnava etiquette and respecting devotees. So, and thank you for the opportunity to talk about this. So, as this is the preliminary and primary principle for us to remember when we are starting our journey, there is long way to go anyway, so it's important for us to know the etiquette, how to respect the devotees. So this presentation, actually, I'm going to talk about the principles, attitudes and practices that cultivate genuine respect within the Vaishnava community. So anyway, we are going to serve together, um, together and grow together. So okay. So, coming to the foundation of spiritual taste, so we should know that we have to have genuine respect for our fellow devotees, Vaishnavas, or people who are elderly than us. So, Radhesham Prabhuji actually gives very wonderful viper analogy here. So, he compares our sins and offenses against devotees are like rain on a car windshield. So when rain falls on a wind on our glass, we cannot see anything outside. So that way, if we if we commit any sins or offenses against the Vaishnava devotees, it blocks our spiritual vision and it blocks our progress. So the only way to come out of this is to chant praying Krishna, that we did that and it's not intentional or it happened, but chanting is the one that keeps us moving. So we should know this main principle that we shouldn't strike other devotees through anger, criticism, or quarrel. So that may reduce the spiritual taste. So first thing is we should remember this, and the core principle is coming to respecting devotees. It's not a social formality, it's a path of mhm, like reaching towards the god. So it is one of the important step. So basically, as we all know, we must not have come to Krishna consciousness without the mercy of the devotees. So devotees are the one who shared their personal experiences that had made us develop our like understand our true identity and go towards Krishna. So, and there is respect is the main thing for us to um, like to keep it. So, there is raga principle where we can follow in order to genuinely um, cultivate this respect and cultivate harmony against ourselves. So so genuine respect is basically, it's not a rule to follow, it's internal progression of the heart. So here this raga formula has like 4 steps where we can tune our mind. So it's basically we are what we do, right? So when we continuously remember these things and start moving towards practicing these 4 steps, then automatically our heart progresses, and it automatically develops the respect among everyone. So first thing is we have to, in order to have respect, we should honor them with proper addresses and humble posture and courteous behavior. So here we should we should call Prabhujis with utmost respect and humble posture. And coming to A in Raga principle, it's admiration. So it's not any artificial. If we see the humble devotees or great devotees serving Lord and their commitment, dedication, and surrender to Krishna, we automatically develop some admiration that how are they able to serve despite of all um, things. So that natural admiration genuinely develops it. So basically, what we have to do is we have to observe their surrender to Krishna. So, and one more thing in Raga principle is gratitude. So we should feel sincere thankfulness for knowledge, guidance, and shelter they provide in our spiritual life, actually. So that means we should be very attentive when they are telling something, or they are giving some knowledge to us or any guidance. So we should really genuinely be full of gratitude. And also, last one is appreciation. So once we receive all the knowledge and everything, so showing gratitude is good, but appreciation is basically we should confess what is there in our heart genuinely. So that way what we get is we'll get that real bonding. So that will with that other devotee actually gives us much more knowledge. So we should be humble and take all these things into consideration. And admiration and appreciation are also important to progress in our spiritual life. And one more thing to it is most important thing. So overlooking material defects, basically, so all the Vaishnavas, all the devotees of the Lord are equal. So we should develop a vision to see beyond the beyond this temporary material body and perceive the soul within. So that way what we get is, when we see a devotee who are who has little defects, which is very normal. So that way we will not focus those external material things so much. So that way so if we see that things, even that Vaishnava devotee is wonderful, we may not do the Raga principle. uh, Even if we do, we should have proper gratitude, so that will miss. So we have to understand that it's all soul in our heart. Krishna is the one who is present in everyone. So we should keep that in mind and practice this overlooking material defects principle every time. So as we know that our body is the temple of Vishnu. So within every devotee, Lord, not just devotee, every person, Lord exists. So devotees are much more special to the Lord. So, coming to behavioral etiquette and proper titles. So, what we should do is, in order to develop good qualities, we should address ourselves with some particular titles. For example, let's say I was very normal until I called myself a devotee. So, when I called myself a devotee, I had so something induced in my mind that no, this is like devotee, you have particular etiquette to follow. So you have to chant certain rounds and act for the pleasure of Krishna. So that is the thing, that is the thing that stayed in my mind. So whenever we see like elderly devotees or fellow devotees, we should address them with title. So let's say for Srila Prabhupada, we say His Divine Grace. That means he's on top. He's the very worshipable that way. So on sannyasis, we call His Holiness, and others we call His Grace. And so this way, what we do is we will inculcate the respect that that particular title has, and we will automatically surrender or behave in appropriate way. And there is also like some rules where we cannot ignore. So like as we know, obeisances are very prime thing here. So when a devotee is not in a like is performing his own duties, we shouldn't like go and disturb them by offering spiritual obeisances only when like a devotee is taking a bath, or he is collecting some sacrificial wood or eating. So, and also when we are in impure state, we don't have to like when we are doing um, any when we are in impure state, we shouldn't go and take obeisances. Instead, we can like heartfully from heart we can offer namaskar or bow down head instead. So this is one of the thing. And we so this one, Srila Rupa Goswami gave this in order to build the bond of love between the devotees, which is very important. So for this Vaishnava community. And I heard one time that how to behave with a different kind of devotees. So there are different kinds of devotees. Some are elderly, some are like on our same age, and some are like smaller, younger than us. So for with that people, how to behave is given by different spiritual leaders. So we should keep note of that. So with elderly devotees, as I said, like raga principle is prime for all of the things. But with elderly devotees, we should maintain good bond, that we receive their blessings in form of knowledge. So they'll give us their knowledge, experiences that will transform our heart. And with fellow devotees, how we should behave is we should have like mm, good conversations or meaningful conversations with them. So we will get like we can learn from each other and we can grow from each other. And some things we should guard against is some kind of like ego problems. We can just go and share with them. um, and then ego problems, and we should also keep away from envying other devotees, because all are equal to God, and God literally accepts everything. But only God takes what is within our heart, what is the intention of it. So we should guard against these things when we are working with fellow devotees, when we are and also coming to younger devotees. So what we should do is we should be in mood of like loving and helping them whenever needed, and exchanging our experiences, so that will help them grow into a much more amazing devotee. So we should like keep note of these principles. And coming to Srila Rupa Goswami's outlines. So first thing is giving gifts. So giving gifts doesn't mean like big gifts, but offering or giving gifts to devotees with generous heart without any expectation to return. It's very wonderful thing. So it nurtures our heart itself. And receiving gifts is again, if anyone gives gifts, we can lovingly accept, because they are giving with some um, genuine love and respect, right? So we can accept that gifts. So and also thing is revealing mind, as I already told you. So we can like share our thoughts, struggles, and realizations in confidence with some trusted devotees. and inquiring confidentially. So we can, if we get into association with any Vaishnava, we can sincerely ask the questions with care and humility, so that we can like learn from those experiences. And also offering prasadam is one of the wonderful way to show love. So we know, right, our parents cooks and gives food for us with lot of love. So that way offering prasadam, so and also accepting prasadam, uh, so that will make us like eat together, strengthen the bonds of fellowship, and cultivates the mood of service. And here one of the important thing is for householders, it's very wonderful if they can. It's actually special duty to invite devotees to their homes for prasadam and preaching programs. So that way it will culminate a beautiful bond between them. And and we also know that there is very important verse which we read every single day, that vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. That means it is very important to give our heartful greetings or obeisances to the fellow devotees or Vaishnavas. So it's one of the very important thing. So Krishna doesn't like when we hurt other devotees. So we should keep a note of that. And also, very important thing for devotees is service attitude, not just towards the Lord only, but like within the community itself. If one person is lacking or suffering with something, we can just go and help, because the soul in their heart is Krishna himself. Um, so we doesn't have to only like do very specific to Krishna, but we have to also keep this service attitude in ourselves. So, because there is that thing called intent. So, so the intent behind the service is the one Krishna sees, because love is very internal thing. So Krishna is the one who is the source of all love. So that intent he sees. So instead of like showing outward that you are serving, so serve with intention, not just only Krishna, but also within like the community also. So and also develop this concept of giving rather than like grabbing everything. So yeah, so and according to Bhagavad Gita, four quality checkpoints are be responsible. So as I said, uh, identify yourself as a devotee and become responsible, then perform your duty with full commitment and care. And also don't get attached to results, offer fruits of action to Krishna, not to the ego. So yeah, and don't be proud. So we should remain humble, knowing all ability comes from the Lord. And also one more thing is not being lazy. Serve with energy, enthusiasm, and sense of urgency. So this service attitude is very important thing in order to progress in our spiritual life. So service attitude, as I said, not just for Krishna, but also within the community also. And as we already discussed, so this love is not like outwardly thing or just the gifts only, but everything matters within the heart. What is our intention is much more important. So what you do, we practice to go into that state. So we should um, like consciously try to attempt this, so that way anyway we are not born with so much knowledge, so we should start like doing what is good for us. So first thing is coming to like coming to heartful um, um, doing of things, so we have to start from a certain state. So first what we should do is we should engage in physical service. So engaging the services in devotional access action. So this is the essential starting point for all of us. So what we do is we serve temple, we serve other fellow devotees if in need, if we can do so. We should do that physical service and offering obeisances and cleaning the temple. This is all one of the first step that we can do, and serving the devotees also whenever needed. So that way we do physical service, and then little like with that Lord's mercy, we can progress to mental service. So that is thinking of Krishna and his devotees constantly. So that way we can cultivate inner devotion alongside the outer action. So anyway, it's all we are what we do, right? When we do physical service and engage in um, like good activities, then we can mentally evolve and do. So once after we do these two, we'll come to heart stage, that it naturally comes. We don't have to like follow all this. When we see some paper lying around in temple, we'll naturally go and pick it. So that is like we are not forcing to do, but we are heartfully convinced and surrendered to Krishna, that we can, that comes out of love, not obligation. So yeah, so we have to follow all these rules um, by nurturing the heart. Just to nurture the heart, we have to do all this. Then that intent Krishna sees, and that way we will develop the pure love towards him. Yeah, so I conclude this presentation. Um, yeah, so devotees are very prime thing. Thank you so much, devotees, for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Srimati, thank you for the wonderful presentation. Yes, nicely done. Let us see here any comments or questions from others. So it's nice to engage in a discussion because these topics will be meaningful if you really understand what it means when we hear the class. Yeah. So please go ahead with your comments or questions for Sreya Mataji.
Hare Krishna devotees, everyone has to ask question. I don't need to repeat.
Yeah, maybe I will start. Just to set an example for others, so you can see. Thank you, Sri Mataji, for the wonderful class. I really liked how you're not just reading the slides and you're sharing what you understood and in a clear way. So, yeah, when you talked about how we need to respect devotees, and not just mechanically, but from the heart. So, how can I cultivate um, that respect for other devotees, not just pride, demonstrating physically? Okay, I respect you, I pay obeisances like that. But how do you cultivate that in the heart, that respect for others, other devotees, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. So it's actually our natural thing in mind that if someone is much elderly, and also not just elderly but also who are learn it, so for them we naturally get that respect. So we have to nurture that respect by linking that to Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate person. They are the devotees of the Lord, so they are knowledgeable and also devotees of the Lord. So that way we can we can really have that respect when we identify them with a certain title, and also we respect their knowledge. We automatically tend to go into that way, right?
Mm. Yeah, thank you so much, Sri Mataji. Other devotees, please go ahead now.
Just to be critical here, Shreya Mataji. What if that devotee will not respect you? What if that devotee will criticize you? What if that devotee will say bad about you? What if that devotee doesn't want to talk to you? What do you do in that sense?
Then what we can do is sincerely chant to Krishna only, Prabhuji.
No, tell me in physical. That's good. Chanting is always good. But I wanted to hear what we do, because in community these things are very common, especially in ISKCON. This is a very big community. Things happen like that. This is Kali Yuga. So how should be our attitude to deal with such situation?
So this way is when it goes to extreme, when it's normal, we can stay silent. When it goes to extreme, we can consult senior devotees or senior devotees of the Lord. So that way, we'll get some. Obviously, we don't know anything, but we'll get some.
Let's forget about senior devotee. What is your understanding as of now? What you gonna do in that situation? For example, tomorrow Puja Mataji criticizes you. Puja Mataji, sorry to take your name. Just an example.
No problem, Prabhuji.
So tomorrow Puja Mataji says something bad about you. She doesn't like you, and oh, Shreya Mataji does this. So your heart
Prabhuji,
will
I'll
be a
just
little
stay
bit
silent
more
for my nature, Prabhuji.
stay silent. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Prabhuji, can
fine,
I
right?
add on?
We don't have to prove everyone. So, for
Shashank
my
Prabhu.
nature, I'm okay with staying silent.
Okay. Shashank Prabhuji, what you will do?
Yeah, this is my topic for presentation, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, can I
Okay.
add on this?
Sure, Jash Prabhu, go ahead.
So, Prabhuji, I will, if this is a critical scenario, then I will definitely greet with that devotee with very sincerely, very lovingly, and I'll try to convey that uh, I have nothing against you. I am very dearful devotee to you, and uh, just how I devote myself to Lord, I'm devoting myself to you, and this way I'll try to convince him that we we are a servant to the Lord, and we must respect each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. So you try to clarify it, like to respect, and so
Mhm.
understand. Very nice. Good initiative. Anyone else wants to add? Rachna Mataji, you want to say something?
Rachana is not here, Prabhuji. She's not feeling well. So
Oh,
she's taking.
sure. Actually, I'm driving, so I don't know about that.
Uh,
So very nice, Yash Prabhuji. Basically, in the bigger community, these things happen sometimes. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, who is the Vaishnav? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think in New Plinagram, devotees, they ask Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Vaishnav? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the Vaishnav is the devotee who was chanting Hare Krishna. So that is the definition of Vaishnav. And then next year again, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, the devotee asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Vaishnav? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the devotee who is always absorbed and chanting in Hare Krishna, so that is the Vaishnav. And again next year, the devotees asked to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that who is a Vaishnav? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the top class Vaishnava is the person who inspires others to chant and remember the Lord. So 3 different years, 3 different definitions Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives that who is a Vaishnava. So as long as the other person, there will be people who is critical of us, or we don't gel well with them. So we can try to clarify lovingly, kindly, and but respect that person, fully respect, because that person is a Vaishnav, he's chanting Hare Krishna. Whether that is a first class Vaishnav, second class Vaishnav, or the top class Vaishnav. That Vaishnav is chanting Hare Krishna. And eventually we all are taking shower in this process of bhakti. We all will be cleaned gradually. So we should have that understanding, even though we don't like some activity of that particular devotee or this particular devotee, or I don't like this devotee does like that, I don't like this devotee does like that. Well, we are all in the process of bhakti. We are all getting purified, right? Or somebody is a short-tempered and everything. If something is extreme, we can definitely go to a superior devotee and clarify things. But this is a very, very critical thing that we should not be criticizing those devotees. We should be, still having utmost respect that devotee is chanting Hare Krishna. A devotee is chanting Hare Krishna. He is going through some challenges, some difficulty. That is might be his nature, but he's chanting Hare Krishna. He's a devotee of Krishna. His tongue is vibrating Krishna's name, right? So he may have certain anartha, and I also have so many anarthas. So when we think in this way, then only we can respect not just externally but internally also. And we should not, try to. Sometimes devotees say we to try to avoid the devotee. Should not avoid. We should not have very close relationship if we don't gel with them. We should say Hare Krishna when we meet. We should greet them. If we don't gel well, we no need to have a close friendship, but we should respect. We should not just stop talking with that person. That should not happen also. Does that help, Shreya Mataji and everyone else?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So yes, other students should ask question now. Bhavya Mataji. Sundar, you want to add something? What I said on that?
Yeah, I was trying to reach the mute button. Yeah, wonderful sense sharing, Prabhu. Thank you. No, Prabhu, you covered everything very nicely. Thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. So Bhavya Mataji,
Hare Krishna,
Shashank
Prabhuji.
Prabhu, please ask question. Tough question to Shreya Mataji.
Uh, from the Viper analogy, Radhesham Prabhuji said that it will block our spiritual vision if we don't respect any devotees or higher authority persons. Is there any other analogies like
Yeah. Okay. So, let's say, if we get a fruit that is rotten, and we think that every fruit is rotten, then we cannot enjoy the taste of the real fruit. So that way, if we get to encounter some kind of problems with any other people, if we think every other person are like that, and if we stop respecting, if we
everyone?
mentally develop negative thing, so then that will um then we will not have sense of happiness towards anyone. So that way, so like yeah, that's what I can tell right now.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
Okay, I didn't understand, to be open. Neither the question I understand, but not the answer. Anyway, Varun Prabhu, you want to ask some question?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I
Yeah.
don't have, but today I understand the meaning of Vancha Kalpa Praduscha because every day we read that in the Mangalarti at the end of the Mangalarti. So, but today I have read understand the full meaning of it. So,
Excellent, Prabhu. And whenever we go to temple, especially in the day, I don't know whether Shreya Mataji mentioned this, that immediately go in the temple, we should offer all the pranam to all the different Vaishnavas. So we offer pranam to the Lord, but we offer pranam all to Vaishnavas also. Okay. Puja Mataji, some question to her?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Uh, as of now, I couldn't think of any question, Prabhuji. Uh, Nothing is in my head, but thank you for the great session, Shreya Mataji. It's really, uh, I really understood a lot in today's session. But as of now, I couldn't think of any question, probably.
Shashank Prabhu, can you hear us?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Can you ask some question to Mataji?
Prabhuji, I don't have any questions, Prabhuji, but maybe I can add a point.
Sure.
In the Adi Puran, it was described, Prabhuji, which I heard from one of the Prabhujis. They mentioned Vaishnava is not a human being. They are like a demigod, or by the will, or they are like the demigod, or they're more than the Brahmanas in the stage. So Krishna says, when we worship, I mean, when we serve devotees, then you will get the easily love of Krishna. I mean, the Krishna prema. So I like the principle of Raga principle, which Radhesham Prabhuji mentioned about R means respect, A means admire, and G means gratitude, and A means appreciation of the devotees. I'm sorry, please. I mean, the picture means Prabhuji. So I like this point, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yash Prabhu, you have some question? You always have some good questions.
Yeah, Prabhuji, just a minute. So, Prabhuji, like, how do we like how do we avoid judging others harshly based on their external behavior if we meet outside, beside from temple, and and as a part of etiquette, then we should greet, but if they are we don't see them in their regular form, or they are in different involved with different service or this different activity, how do we avoid judging them?
Mataji, question to you.
Matlab, is it a question valid to ask on this topic?
I don't know. I was not in the full presentation, so
Prabhuji, can you
Dharan Prabhu can.
answer, Prabhuji?
What did you say, Sri Mataji?
Prabhuji, yes,
So
Prabhuji is asking.
my question is, Prabhuji, regarding the topic Vaishnava etiquettes. The question is, like, if we meet a devotee outside the temple premises, somewhere in any part of city or world, how do we avoid judging them harshly uh, based on their external behavior alone?
Yeah, my question is clear. I couldn't understand what Sreya Mataji was saying. Yeah. Your turn, Sreya Mataji.
Prabhuji, I didn't tell anything, Prabhuji. I just don't know this situation, so I'm directing that question.
Got it. Sure. Thank you. Arnab Prabhu, would you like to share something?
You go ahead, Prabhu.
Okay, sure, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. The topic is about respecting Vaishnavas in Vaishnava etiquette. It's not directly on topic, but is still helpful. Same way we can handle Vaishnavas also. So the question is very nice because naturally, like Harinam Kirtan Prabhu shared, we'll see people doing activities that are not conducive for themselves or others in life wherever we go. That is possible for sure. We cannot avoid that scenario. So the way to understand this thing is always as practicing devotees, we're cultivating the vision as Krishna sees things, Krishna sees people around us like that. That's the way we cultivate our vision. For Krishna, all of us are his sons and daughters. All of us are his children. So that means if one of the child is very, very bad or very, very foolish, the parent doesn't say this child is nonsense, I will kill him. The parent doesn't do that. And similarly, parent doesn't like the other wise brother or a smart brother to condone that foolish brother or a brother who is doing wrong activities like you're describing, some sinful activities or illegal activities like that. So he doesn't like the parent doesn't like the other child to do harm to other child like that, because both are important to the parent. Similarly, Krishna values all of us. That is number one aspect. Number two aspect is we understand, especially because you said it's outside, they're not yet started devotional service. You need to understand everybody is acting according to the modes of nature that they are influenced by. As mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. We're all influenced by these three modes. At some point of time, one is influenced by ignorance more, passion more, goodness more, like that. So we can see the activity in terms of modes. See, because they are they are influenced by mode of ignorance so much right now. That's why they're using bad words. That's why they're scolding. That's why they're getting angry so much, like that. We need to see in terms of the modes influencing them right now. That means as a soul, they are pure. But currently, because they are under the influence of modes, they are behaving like that. That is another way to see it. Why that is important? Then we will not have harsh judgment against them directly. We understand they are currently in the influence of the modes, that's why they are behaving like that. That is the second aspect. Third aspect is we we accept we can understand that the behavior is bad, but the person himself has a potential to become good in the future. So when we start seeing the potential in others to grow, to become good, to become wise, to become devotees, then we give a lot of consideration for them to be accepted by us like that. So seeing the potential in others more than their current behavior. That's the third aspect. Fourth aspect is like I behaved like this 10 years ago. I didn't know better. I was behaving nonsensical ways in 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like that. So once he understands, if he gets an opportunity to take devotional service, he can also be better. So there's potential like that. That means even I have behaved badly in the past, so how I would be treated like that. So then we consider like that. So we treat them others also nicely. Still, if there's something we need to say to help them stay in boundaries, we say it still. But still, we don't make a harsh judgment like you're saying. That means we don't deny them. Okay, this guy is useless. I will never talk to him in the life. Not such harsh judgments, but we accept them. But we create boundaries wherever needed. If we need to tell them strongly, we tell them strongly. But internally, we don't have any envious feelings or any feelings of harsh judgment the way you use the words. That we don't carry like that. So those are the few ways we can seeing from Krishna's point of view, seeing how they're influenced by modes of nature. That's why they're acting like this. Seeing they have potential to become better, and seeing that I also behaved in the past like this. I should be forgiving to others like that. Those are the few ways we can consider, Prabhuji. Yeah. Harnam Kirtan Prabhu, would you like to add anything?
Oh no, Prabhu, this is excellent. Super, very nice.
Yes,
So,
Prabhu. Does that
okay, I
help,
think.
Prabhuji? Or any further questions on that topic?
Shashank Prabhu, you are going to say something?
Yeah, Prabhuji, can you hear me, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I have a question for Shreya Mataji. So, first question is, Prabhuji, who is Vaishnava? Are the initiated persons alone, or the Vaishnavas, or somebody else? And the second question is, Prabhuji, there are many people many devotees we find outside, they talk about the material things most of the times, even though they are initiated. How to behave in the such situation? How can we uh, associate with them in the situation? So I have these two questions.
Excellent questions, Prabhu. Excellent questions. Shreya Mataji, floor is yours now. These are really good questions.
So, what I understood with the meaning of Vaishnava is people whoever are serving Lord and are controlling their senses for the pleasure of the Lord. So they are all Vaishnavas, I feel.
This is from the which Shastra, Mataji, or which reference can you give us?
Prabhuji,
No, I'm just trying to help you guys. You may see me as a critical to you, all of you, but I'm just trying to help that tomorrow when you go and give a class, which potentially you all give in future, tomorrow, I'm just being as a kindly, tomorrow when you quote this, who's a Vaishnava, and you say this, do you have some reference to back up or something? Who is a Vaishnava? I just described the who is a Vaishnava with the reference, with the quote I described.
all the devotees who are serving the Lord are Vaishnavas.
Okay, that is true. I'm not. You're not wrong. I'm not telling you're wrong. You're absolutely 200% right. Just trying to be more accurate as per the scriptures. Okay. And the second question was, if
Okay,
you see
who
some
are
initiated
already
devotee.
initiated and also talking
Yes.
about material things.
Mhm.
Like we should take we should see bright side of things. So we should only see like what we want. We should actually get they are initiated and they are already in high position. So we should take that positive thing and we should see how they are serving the Lord. So
Okay, so if
can
I
ignore
understand
some
correct,
of the things that are not favorable for us. We will know, right?
okay. So basically, if I understand correctly, you want to say picking good in others,
Yeah.
seeing the good in others, and don't look the negative part of that. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah. Accept what you need. Right.
And accept what you need it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all, Prabhuji. I would like to hear from you.
Okay. No problem. So, Shashank Prabhu, I think I mentioned already who is the Vaishnava as per Chaitanya Mahaprabhu definition, right, Prabhuji? Who has chanted Hare Krishna even once, or sometimes he is also a Vaishnava. Who is chanting every day regularly, he is also a Vaishnava. And the person who is not just chanting and regularly himself, but inspiring others, they are also Vaishnava. So just a gradation of different levels of Vaishnava as per Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So respect, we should have all respect to all of the category. So that is the true definition of Vaishnava, Prabhuji. And as per as your second question is concerned, Sundar Prabhuji has brilliantly answered this same thing. What to talk of initiated, even some sannyasis or some very senior devotee chanting from 50 years, and sometimes, it might be possible that they are talking something material, something okay. Prabhuji, again, we need to be little bit, we all are taking bath in this process of Krishna consciousness, right? We all are going through some purification in our life. So we should again, see what that devotee has done from so many years. He's serving, or he's helping, he's chanting. So always, as Shri Mataji was telling, seeing the good in others. We don't know what kind of sacrifice the devotee has done. We are expecting from the devotee the level of pure devotees. So that is our expectation. We are thinking he is chanting Hare Krishna, he is initiated, he should be a pure devotee. He should not have any material desire. He should not speaking any prajalpa, any nonsense. So that is the expectation we are expecting, Prabhuji. But initiation also means it's the beginning of spiritual life. That is the true beginning of spiritual life. Right? All of you are, you know, preparing. In one day you get initiation, right? Initiation itself is a point when you connect formally with the parampara, with the guru, and that day you really start your spiritual life. That day you really connect yourself to the guru, to the parampara actually. So initiation doesn't mean that person is purified fully. Initiation doesn't mean that person is a pure devotee. Initiation, we should not have that expectation, Prabhuji. We should not have that expectation. We should have full respect. Oh, that person is chanting Hare Krishna since so many years, then only he got initiated, right? But he's much more ahead than me. And often the problem is we compare all the time, comparison is always there, So at least we should always think that person is much more ahead than me, Baba. Where I am, I'm not even initiated only. He has some guru at least. And and time will come, Prabhuji, that person devotee will realize also. Over the years, over the time, Krishna will make some arrangement, or through his mentor or counselor, they will correct that devotee also. So the time and situation will come, and gradually these things will be eliminated or purified. The consciousness will purified, right? So our expecting somebody that being initiated, being in so many years, that person should be pure devotee, that's not the right expectation. We should always see good in others, and whatever some small bad spots are there, that's okay. I have 100 bad spots, he has only few. So Sundar Prabhu, you want to say something on this?
Yeah, thank you, Arnab Kritam Prabhu. Nice sharings. I'll share something, Shashank Prabhu, and please ask any clarifications in any angle that you did not hear so far on this topic. So one other aspect I wanted to highlight is Sreya Mataji in her presentation talked about how we should avoid material outlook when looking at devotees like that. That is basically one aspect of that is externally we may see somebody is talking about cars or something with another devotee. Then we may not be able to understand why they are talking. For example, I know my mentor or even Srila Prabhupada sometimes. There's a situation where somebody who loves cars, so he came and Prabhupada was talking about cars to him. Of course, Prabhupada is a pure devotee, so the conversation he changed it to Krishna in between again. So like that, any topic he can remember Krishna and bring Krishna into the picture. But sometimes some devotees may also be talking material things depending upon the person who is there involved also. But if they're talking to us who are interested in spiritual life, who are focused on spiritual life, then we can protect ourselves, not associating so much with such a devotee. Because in Nectar of Instruction, one of the purports, Sri Prabhupada talks about that also. That means we should be careful, not only associating with non-devotees, but even devotees who are not there yet, who are only fully focused on sense gratification. They always talk about women, always talk about sense gratification somehow or other. Then we can maintain respectful distance from them. That's the way we can protect our bhakti also. But at the same time, understand that they will get purified, like Harinam Kirtan Prabhu said. Yeah, makes sense, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Okay, man.
I think Shreya Mataji is not there. So, right,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask another question to her, but anyway. So,
Later
did
thing,
she
yeah.
cover some example from the scriptures that somebody did not respect and the consequences of those? Did she cover?
No, Prabhuji. Yeah. I cannot
No?
recollect
Okay.
it clearly.
Okay. So I'll tell her to share some example and share the presentation.
Sure.
Yash Prabhuji, your presentation is also not received. It's already 2 weeks.
Yeah. Mhm.
So please, by the end of today, share your presentation. And Shreya Mataji will also share the presentation with some examples.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,